What is it, Honorable Sankok?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving this opportunity. And Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 33-1, I rise to seek leave for adjournment of the House for purpose of discussing a definite matter of urgent national importance on rising food prices in the country. Honorable Speaker, according to the latest data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, food prices rose by 8.89% in January 2022, making it hard for thousands of Kenyans to put food on the table. The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Honorable Speaker, shows over the last year, the price of cooking oil have risen by 30.76% per liter. Maize flour, 20.99%. LPG gas has risen by 16.93%. Bread are up by 9.10%. Fertilizer is even worse because it has risen by 250% in the last 1 year. Honorable Speaker, the sharp increase of food prices over the past couple of years has raised serious concern about the food and nutrition of poor people in this country. The higher costs may be largely attributed to dry weather condition that is currently affecting more than 10 counties, climatic change and increased oil prices, among others. Honorable Speaker, I therefore seek your leave for the adjournment of the House in order to discuss this matter so as to chart the way forward and propose possible lasting solution. Hashtag lower food prices. Do I have the numbers? Yes. I only need 5. They are already there. Of course, I've seen Junet and Honorable Kimunya saying that I don't have the numbers to discuss food prices. You know, we have to be sensitive to Kenyans.
No, order, members. You might actually be misleading yourself, the Honorable Sankok, that you require 5 members. Now let's count. If you have less than the required numbers, then you for sure will. How many are they? Because it's very clear. We know the numbers.
Simama.
We are talking about food.
We are talking about food. It's not about BBI. It's not about anything. It's not political parties. Where is Simama? Food prices.
Even the price of fish has gone up.
Just confirm the numbers.
Junet, thank you. Junet is up. Junet is up. Junet represent 10 of them.
Order, members, take your seats. Take your seats. Now, the numbers that are required are 20, not 5, as Honorable Sankok wanted to lead the House to believe. So it's 20 members. Luckily for you, you got the 20. Now, the only problem is that we probably are not going to have it today, because we will be dealing with the budget policy statement, which has to be completed. There is even a probability that we will increase, the sitting of today in terms of timing. It's going to be a very critical bit, honorable members, and this probably is one thing that will also deal with some of the issues that you've raised. I am trying to consult to confirm if I can slot it for next week, Tuesday, at the close of the House. Next week, Tuesday. So I want to consult briefly to see if the standing orders allows, or I have to invoke standing order number 1. Because the budget policy statement, honorable members, as you are aware, is going to be something that we need to finalize today. So whereas what the Honorable Sankok has raised is very critical, this other one, also the BBS one, is as critical because it deals with exactly probably the same things. So I want to hear if the Honorable Sankok is happy with it, then we can fix it for Tuesday.
I'm well guided by the chair, by the speaker, and I accept any decision that we'll make, because food prices are it's an emergency, but BPS is even also a critical matter that this House must complete it. So with your guidance, I accept if it is Tuesday, yes, is well accepted by me. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your understanding, Honorable Sankok. So Tuesday it is.
Thank you.
Tuesday.
Thank you.
The time will be communicated to you so that you are probably, but it's going to be Tuesday. Thank you very much. Order, honorable members. Before we go to the next order, I would want to revisit order number 5 on petitions. Because as the new chair would be aware, his matter had already been approved and signed, so please table the document. Just a minute. What is your point of order, Honorable Wandai? What is it? You've already got my attention.
Now it has just come back.
What is it that you would want us to do? Just use that one, let's see. You know, I know, Honorable Wandai, you are...
Yes, you know, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just wondering when you are going to make determination as to when to schedule the motion of adjournment that was proposed by the Honorable Sanko.
I'm going to do it now.
Now?
I'm going to do it now. I'm just trying to confirm something and then see the time that we should be giving them.
Yeah, because he cast some serious aspersions when he was trying to move it. That we need to debunk when the motion is approved and we get the opportunity to raise very pertinent issues that concern Kenyans. Well, as you know, Mr. Speaker, we represent Kenyans, and we have been known to be pro-people.
No,
and we can actually combine that with the Sagana,
you know now,
with the Sagana declaration, so that we can have a more comprehensive.
Honorable Wandai.
Yes.
Honorable Wandai.
Mr. Speaker.
You know now that is a political statement and will not be. Now that matter is closed. That matter is closed. Honorable Junet, I'm sure you, unless, of course, I hope you are not making any political statement. Okay.
Not at all. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend your ruling. This is an important matter that Honorable Sonkok has raised. And I think as leaders who have been elected by Kenyans, it is incumbent upon us to discuss issues affecting our people, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, we must also have a discussion on national issues, issues of national importance, Mr. Speaker, like the Sagana Declaration, Mr. Speaker. That was a very important day for this country, Mr. Speaker, where the head of state and the President of the Republic of Kenya, Mr. Speaker, guided the nation on the way forward, Mr. Speaker. And that is the responsibility of the head of state, Mr. Speaker, to tell Kenyans which direction that this country will go.
Again, you go to the... Now. You see, what is it, Honorable Bukose? You know, now you raise issues. I see even the minority leader wants to... Now, Honorable members, let's hear out.
You know, Honorable Speaker, the matter that Honorable Sangoka has raised is critical. And my friend, Honorable Junet, and Honorable Pio and I, being senior members in this House, should not trivialize the matter associating with a declaration that was made in a language that not everybody understood. So I think that is a very strange concept to bring it into the House. Here in the House, Honorable Speaker, we speak either in English or in Kiswahili, and that's the language we understand. So giving guidance to what the Honorable Sangoka said, I think it will be good that we can be able to discuss it now and dispense with it.
Let's leave this. Let's say, just to make things easy, we will be discussing this particular motion from 6 o'clock on Tuesday, all the way to 7. Let's have that one closed, because what I'm seeing, the honorable members, what I'm seeing is that we are introducing many issues that were not raised by the Honorable Sanko. The issue that we'll be discussing is food prices and all those issues that he has raised. The rest of them, any member can seek an adjournment motion And when we will see whether it is a matter of national interest, really, so any member is free to do that. Yep. So, honorable members, what is it? I hope it's a different one, Honorable Mbadi. And Honorable Mbadi, I have not seen you in a house for some time.
Mr.
So
Speaker, you know,
I would easily want to give you an opportunity to say something. I'm sure you are a busy man. I know this season people are busy. So let's hear what you have to say.
Mr. Speaker, undoubtedly I'm a very busy man. Actually, today, my timetable was always conflicting. So that demonstrates that I'm busy. Mr. Speaker, I agree completely and entirely that food prices is a very important and key issue to discuss as a nation. And Mr. Speaker, I was just thinking to save the time, and I want to agree with Honorable Wandai and Honorable Junet, that to save time, we could also merge it with this major discussion that took place yesterday. You know, when the head of state, Mr. Speaker, a sitting head of state, not a former head of state, Mr. Speaker, holds such an event and makes a pronouncements, Mr. Speaker, and these are pronouncements, some of which I don't want to discuss the details, but he even talked about how corruption, Mr. Speaker, I beg to be,
take your seat.
I beg to be heard, Mr. Speaker.
No, if you are good, let me tell you this.
Mr. Speaker, I'm just saying that if you listened to what the head of state said, the translation, he was talking about how this country's economy has been battered as a result of corruption.
Order. Now, order, members, order. Now, the only presidential address that we will discuss in this house is the State of the Nation address that is done in Parliament, and so please let's leave that for now. Order, honorable members. Now I've given you Honorable Sankok Tuesday. Any member who has an issue, bring it on Tuesday, whether it is in the line. But the only thing is we cannot merge it with any other. The motion that we'll be dealing with is Honorable Sankok's motion. So we will not merge, but we will be happy to hear any other member who would wish to have a house adjourned on another matter of definite national importance, if there is any. So please, honorable members, let's proceed. I think now, honorable members, order, Honorable Ngujiri. We will not need any. What is it, Honorable Ngujiri? But please, we are taking a lot of time, and yet we have a very important issue. What is it, Honorable Ngujiri?
Mr. Speaker, I think it was very important what the President was saying, but because he was saying in Kikuyu language, I offer myself to interpret what he was saying. That's what I've said. Very simple.
Order.
Yes.
Order. Take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. Oh, no. Order. Take your seat. Now, honorable members, I think that made the afternoon a little lighter. But now let's go to business. I'm giving no other member on this one. We go to business. Next order. Order, members.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honorable members, on this particular one, we will start with the ordinary questions. Starting us off is the member for Kadiani, the Honorable Mbui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity to ask question number 44 of 2022 to the Registrar of Political Parties. First off, Mr. Speaker, could the Registrar of Political Parties explain how and why Kenyans have been registered as members of various political parties without their knowledge and consent? 2, what measures has the registrar taken to ensure that members of the public are not unlawfully registered in political parties? And 3, what steps has the office of the registrar taken to update its management information systems to ensure better coordination, control, analysis, and decision-making regarding information for political parties, considering we are just going into the nomination process? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. That one will be replied to before the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs. The member for Meru asks the next question. The Honorable B.